Where's the news? No, I don't want to watch the tennis.
In the studio, Rhianna, you've been doing so much work on this. We saw the family leave. It's got to be said that they have been by his side throughout.
They have. I mean, there's been lots of reports coming out of the courtroom about how he has been praying with his family. They've been turning up every day in support of him.
Send him to jail.
Just yesterday, there were reports in US media that he
Justice
said to
for
his
his
mum in the
victims.
courthouse
Send him to jail.
to be okay. So they
Out.
have stood by him all the way through this 7-week trial. And yes, he has been acquitted of the most serious charges, but we can't forget that his reputation has
we can't
forever
walk
been
free.
tarnished. These are some of the most serious allegations that somebody could face. This is a man who was once considered the king of hip-hop. He was the man who brought rap into the mainstream in the 1990s, a genre now worth billions. In the US, his record label, Bad Boy Records, was behind some of the biggest stars in hip-hop. This is a man who has expanded his empire over the past 30 years into fashion and alcohol.
How much is
Even
he
his own
worth?
TV company. I mean, just a few years ago, he was standing up at the MTV Awards being awarded the Global Icon Award. He was being given Lifetime Achievement Award. So this conviction...
The sickening thing is these people are giving him Lifetime Achievement Awards, and there must have been rumours in Hollywood about what he was doing, like Weinstein and all that. Send him down. Give him the book. What's the maximum?
Will
How much is he
tarnish
worth?
his reputation going forward. But what's left to see now
$400
is just
million.
what happens when it comes to his sentencing.
And we await that, and of course also this deliberations that are now taking place as to whether he'll be released on a $1 million bond. Just
$1 million. He's worth 400 billion and $1 million. That is ridiculous.
when it comes to the
If they let him out on bond, you'll never see that man again. You'll never see him again. He deserves to have it. The book chucked at him. Out!
verdicts, and I'm going to go through them one more time. It's just worth
Hello, sir.
reminding our audience who are potentially joining us that this huge figure within the music industry and across, I think you can say arguably across all genres, not just hip hop, not just rap. He was such a huge figure. Sean Diddy Combs, he was accused of this sex trafficking operation, but he has been found not guilty of racketeering conspiracy, not guilty of the sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura,
we love TikTok
not
Shop.
guilty of the sex
We
trafficking
love TikTok
of
Shop.
a woman
It's the
who
best
was
shop on
named
the
as
app.
Jane,
We
and
love
used a
TikTok
pseudonym in
Shop.
his name,
Beep,
but he was
beep.
found
I
guilty
do love
of the
hello,
transportation
Canadian
to
Angie.
engage in prostitution
Yeah,
related to
beep,
Cassandra
beep,
Ventura,
beep.
and guilty of the
Beep,
transportation
beep.
to engage
I
in
think TikTok
prostitution
Shop's amazing.
relating to the
TikTok
woman
Shop
who
is
was
so
known
amazing.
under the pseudonym of Jane. The racketeering allegations this is where the jury had the biggest difficulty. They didn't come to a decision immediately. We knew that there were four. They came to a decision.
Justice
on
for
four
all
of
the
those
women.
charges yesterday.
Do you
but
know
we
what?
awaited today.
Any
for
of
that
these survivors,
fourth
any of
decision,
these survivor,
that fourth
victim
verdict.
survivors,
They
any of
found
them.
him not
Justice for all of
guilty.
them.
His defence, they continuously sought to undermine
Big
that
up, Claire, thank
allegation
you.
of racketeering.
Absolutely. So let's just recap and just say, what is racketeering? It's a charge that's long been associated with mob or mafia bosses. And it's this idea that Combs allegedly was behind a criminal enterprise that had sex trafficked women,
I
that
love
he
TikTok
had
Shop.
relied on his network
don't know,
of
Sammy, but
employees to
thank
both
you.
carry out and conceal a number of crimes. And the prosecution raised crimes such as arson and bribery. Now, that charge had carried a maximum sentence of life in prison.
Send him
we
for
had this
life.
partial verdict reached yesterday,
Angie,
where
thank
we
you,
knew
darling.
that the jury had come to a decision on sex trafficking and also transportation to engage in prostitution, but not racketeering.
Rhianna, we're going to just hear some statements now outside the court.
And we're just pleased that that he still faces substantial jail time. All right, thank you.
Send him away for what he's done to kids and for what he's done to his survivors. Send him away. Send him
Up to
away.
10 years on each. I'm not sure
Good.
what the sentencing guidelines are given the various different things. but
More than 10
I'll leave
years.
that up to the government and the defense to argue, but I feel confident in saying he still faces substantial incarceration.
How will you feel if he walks out on bail?
Well, that's up to the judge. I don't have a personal vested interest in this case. Whatever the appropriate thing to do under the law is what should be done. And at the end of the day, he needs to be sentenced pursuant to the guidelines and pursuant to what the law is. My understanding of that is that he
Pick up,
faces
Abby. Thank you.
significant incarceration. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that was Cassandra Ventura's lawyer there speaking. Rihanna, obviously, there's going to be disappointment, isn't there?
Trinity, thank you for the
I mean,
rose.
the
Emma,
statement we
thank
just
you.
heard from Cassandra Ventura's lawyer is that they're just pleased that he faces substantial jail time. Now, she was the prosecution's star witness, arguably the person who kick-started this process. I mean, if we go back all the way to November 2023, she filed a very public lawsuit accusing Combs of sexual abuse, of having trapped her in a cycle of violence, but also these freak-offs, these...
Listen, I've only ever seen one video. Big up, thank you. Get pinned, whoever said it. I've seen one video of what he did to her in the hotel, in the hallway, what he did to her, and he should be in jail for that. And that's just one thing he did. He should be in jail for what he did to that woman. That video is absolutely... Thank you for the rose. That is absolutely... Yeah.
drug-fueled encounters involving male escorts. Now,
Right, guys, we're going to keep our eyes on this. If anything comes in or anything develops, please tell me. I'm going to leave this here. We'll check in, we'll check out. But I want to get on with some FYP, but I will come back to that. I want to have my say on a couple of things. Obviously, the app's been a bit... The app's been very, very...
Harassment, that I have suffered is...
The app's been very all over the place today. People obviously come on in the morning with the fake tears and make allegations that I had something to do with a video that's gone out there, which we're going to talk about, right? Because I had no knowledge of any video, didn't know anything about a video until I'll read out the message that I received from Delusive. I will read you all the message and I will read you my reply of what I replied to Delusive Angie. But there is nobody that can say that I was involved in any video and that I've backed any video, because I didn't even know about the video. So she won't retract it because she's got no credibility. But I just want to put it out there to my people that I knew nothing about. I don't know who made it. I don't know who... I know Canadian Angie played it. But I'm saying it here right now. I'm not involved in any video, and I'm absolutely sick to death. And mine and Miss Red's name every 2 minutes keep getting mentioned. Every 2 minutes. They knew about it. What's it got to do with me? What's it got to do with me if somebody made a video about you? I stood by you. I supported you. I was one of the first people to ring you in the morning to see if you were okay. When the video was, the previous video was done, and you're... Hang on, I just want to listen to something. Sorry, guys. The app's been very, very... Hello, the app's been very all over the place today. People obviously come on in the morning with the fake tears and make that I had something to do with a video that's gone out there. You did talk about, right? Because yeah, Angie's chat going wow because I said about the fake tears. I'll say it again: fake tears, fake outrage. How you can then sit with somebody that mocked your abortions. And then I told you and I warned you before, Delusive Angie. I warned you before. I would have no... I've got no sympathy or no remorse for you whatsoever. I don't care. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend to care. Because I don't, about your video. I don't. I had all the sympathy and all the remorse for you. And then you decided to sit with that person when she said to your chat and the cult, where was the cult's wows and where was the cult's outrage when EQ sat there and said, I hope you all get taken forcibly? Yeah? Where was the wows and the outrage when someone sat there and said about taking somebody for the whole cult? She hoped the whole cult got taken by force. But they were talking about fruit, weren't they? They were talking about fruit. Why would a fruit take you by force? I hope the cult get taken by force. And she sat there laughing. So I ain't got no sympathy for you. Now let's come round to the video and let's talk about the video. Do I agree with the video? No, I don't. I don't like the fact that Delusive's dad was brought into it. I think that was wrong to play Canadian Angie. Now, I have been told that Hayley Bamford, I don't care if she's messaging me. I won't be looking at it. I don't care. She's blocked. She'll be blocked. I don't care. Angie, do me a favour. Tell someone that gives that, because I don't care. I literally don't care. There's no cares given. You'll be blocked right now. You either get in the box and talk to me right now in front of everybody. You get in the box now. You ain't messaging me. I'm blocking you straight away. I'm not interested in your opinions. I'm not interested in your views. Here we go. I am blocking Delusive right now, and I'll tell you what she said to me this morning. There's no point you messaging me, Angie, because you're blocked. You're typing. No one's interested. No one cares. No one cares. You sit with somebody that mock, rape and children. No one cares. So you can get in the box and say this all to me, or you can go away. So and by the way, as she's saying, you sit with Canadian Angie, I think I've battled Canadian Angie once in my entire life. I don't have Canadian Angie in my live. I don't have Canadian Angie in my life constantly. I go in, do I like Canadian Angie? Yeah, I do like Canadian Angie. Do I think that video was right? No. I don't think that video was right. I think that video was wrong to play. I don't like AI videos like that, and I'm never and never will be. I'm going to tell everybody the truth now. When somebody threatened to do an AI of me and somebody's granddaughter, I did half think about doing an AI back to that person, but I couldn't do it. I will never be involved in any AIs. I will never be involved in anything like that because I think it's unclassy. I don't like it. I don't like the way Delusive's father was mentioned. And as for you all coming in the chat and putting about doxing Tilly and Tilly's school, I had words with Canadian Angie about that. And me and Canadian had a back and forth about that, and she's apologised. So, what do you want me to do? I don't care if AI isn't real. I didn't like it. I don't think Delusive's dad should ever have been brought into it. If you want to go for Delusive, go for Delusive, not what happened to her father. And my supporters and the people in here, all is forgiven then. What do you mean all is forgiven then, Miss Brown? They were quick enough to forgive EQ for mocking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women's abortions and miscarriages, yeah? So you want to all circle it back. She sat there battling, but she can attack me and my family. No, she can't, Delusive, Canadian Angie, but I'm guilty of that as well, because when I fell out with you, I said stop pretending to be your daughter, so I'm just as guilty then, aren't I? So that would be me being a hypocrite. But am I going to fall out with Delusive? Am I going to fall out with Canadian Angie? Am I going to stop going in her live? Am I going to stop letting her in live? No, I'm not. I'll just say I'm disappointed you played the video. And I came in and I apologised to you, and I like Canadian Angie, and I do like Canadian Angie. Has Canadian Angie done wrong on this app? Absolutely. Have I done wrong on this app? Absolutely. Has Delusive Angie done wrong on this app? Absolutely. It's just, what it is it's people going against each other. What it is it's people going against each other. It's people rallying their teams against each other for a dislike. And I'm not playing your games, and I'm doing my own things, and I can't control others. And as for people this morning, I don't call Corey out. I publicly called Corey out yesterday for the transphobia. Yeah? So yous can swivel. It's nothing to do with me, what other people do on their FYP shows. I don't back these AI videos. I'm disappointed it got played. But that's down to Canadian Angie. If you've got a problem with Canadian Angie, you go and tell her when she's live. You can all go and tell her that you've got a problem with it. Okay? But what I will not have is hypocrisy, is where now you're sitting with somebody that made a terrible video, and it's even disgusting to compare videos. For Delusive to sit there and say that was a lot worse than what EQ did, don't you dare. Don't you dare, because your video that was made about you affected thousands of people on this app. Thousands of people on this app. So don't you dare compare people's traumas to what they did and put on your dad, to people putting jam on people that have been through loss and miscarriage and babies. Yeah, don't you dare compare traumas. Don't you dare. How dare you to say one video was as bad as the other? They were both bad videos, okay? And to bring your father into it and his, they're both bad. But don't you dare invalidate every single woman that sat in your chat now. Don't you dare. Okay? Don't you dare. And now if you have something to come in the live and say to me, Delusive, you can now request a box. And if you want to backwards and forwards, we'll go. Because I'm ready. So if you want to come in the live, come in and get in the box. But don't you dare invalidate other people's traumas. I'm so sorry you lost your father. I'm so sorry that video was done and they mocked your father. But don't you dare turn around and say that that video that EQs wasn't as bad. How dare you? I know what she said, Canadian Angie. And that's dark humour, apparently, to say you slept with your own father, apparently. Big up. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Scouse. Don't you dare invalidate the thousands of people that were affected by EQ's video by saying, well, it wasn't that bad. Don't you dare. Okay? You made the decision to sit with EQ. You made the decision to make yourself a hypocrite. Don't you deflect that onto me and misread. And another thing, Delusive, how dare you see that video and accuse me and misread? No one will ever, ever, ever be able to show you I had anything to do with it, because I don't agree with it. She's going for you. She can't go for me. How can she go for me? She can't even jump in the box. I don't care what she says. It means nothing to me. She doesn't like getting called out. And I do not in any way support any of these AI videos. And I will never have anything to do with an AI video. I've got no involvement in it. And I will never have an involvement. So will she apologise? No, she won't. Now let's get on with the FYP, because it's going to circle back round on this. EQ shows the profile of the lady, Patricia! The lady she went for this morning. Canadian Angie, thank you, darling.
Look, there's me again.
Get pinned.
Come for me for months. Look at all these comments, nasty comments about me. Horrible, nasty comments.
What in that comment, EQ? Can we pin Canadian Angie and Patricia, please? What in that comment? What in that comment is nasty comments, an opinion on you? What is nasty? Calling you a narcissist, calling you a bully, calling you horrible. Which part of that isn't true? Anybody want to answer that question?
And look the date.
EQ is a master narcissist and she claims Misread is a dangerous woman. Wow. What part of that isn't true? That you're not a narcissist? What part of it? So you think because a woman has an opinion on your behaviour on TikTok... Rose, get pinned! You think because a woman has an opinion on your behaviour on TikTok that she deserves to be mocked for her she deserves to be mocked for having a stroke and she can't talk like normal. And Delusive, I understand that you turned round and said that you laughed because you couldn't believe of what EQ said. Well, I put this to you, Delusive Angie. If you didn't agree what was said, Hell's Bells, you were in people's lives slagging me the other day. You were on comments slagging me, Hell Bells. Why are you in here gifting me now, Hell's Bells? Hell's Bells, you were in lives and on comments slagging me the other day. Why are you in here gifting me now? I don't get that one. Very strange. So why didn't you, as a strong individual creator, why did you not leave that battle and say, no, EQ, you were wrong for that. I don't agree with that. I'm going to leave. Why did you just laugh and do nothing? Why didn't you stop the battle and say, nah, I don't agree with what you've just said about that woman. I'm going to leave now. Why? Okay, I'll take that you laughed because you were shocked. I'll take that, even though it was wrong. I'll take that. Did I get it wrong? Sorry, Hells Bells, but there is a Hells Bells. Do you want to come in and answer that question of why you didn't leave? Because if someone said that, I would have left the battle and gone, nah, that's too much for me, and left. No? Nothing to say? Didn't think so, Delusive.
Hey, look, there's me again. They've come for me for months. Look at all these comments, nasty comments about me. Horrible, nasty comments. Look at the comment section.
You've talked about people's grandkids. You've gone for nearly every creator. You've gone for Delusive. You've gone for Levi. You've gone for Sophie. You've gone for Zach. But then you retracted. Do you remember that when you got all the information on Zach? Do you remember when you found out all the information on Zach? You were ready to go for him. You've come for me. You've come for Miss Red. You've come for DG. You've come for Sheps. Do you think your behaviour on this app isn't going to be documented? How arrogant are you that you don't think you're a bad person, that people can't MT? Corey, how much of a bad person are you? Or how much of a narcissist, how arrogant do you have to be that you... I apologise, Hells Bells. How arrogant do you have to be that you think that you can have an opinion on everyone and be nasty to everyone, but people can't have an opinion on you and what you do? How arrogant do you have to be to think that your behaviour isn't going to get judged? You are the worst person on this app. On the drama side of TikTok, you are the worst person on this app. Yeah?
So she enables all of this, so that's why I've come for her. So there's my justification. I never speak on her.
No, your justification is null and void because she said you're a narcissist. So what that means, you go and take the mick out of someone's disability. No, it's not justification at all. It's justification in your head because you've got things wrong with your head. You're not a normal thinking person. There's no justification there. You can say these big words in your life because your people don't understand what you're saying. There's no justification for discrimination at all. So
as soon as I have the opportunity, I do. Because she has been doing this for months. EQ again. EQ again. This is a profile. Look, we're now in the...
Can we block the words SP and people coming over and telling me that Delusive is telling people? Because I am going to be camming to in Delusive every single day now. So at 12 o'clock, I'll be cam to in Delusive Angie tomorrow, and we will pick apart everything she says, all her lies. If she tells the truth, we'll back her, but we will also SP her. We will SP her all night. We will SP her all day. She's backing the wrong horse telling people to do that to me. I've got 4 accounts now with Live Studio. I'll go live on every single one of them. Okay? So if this account gets banned, join me on Luke the Judge 2, 3, 4. But we will be cam to in these people from now on. So anybody that comes in here and tells me again that... Hello, Lulu, my beaut. Anyone comes in and tells me again what Delusive Angie is saying, you will be muted. I do not care what Delusive Angie has to say. She has no credibility on this app. I do not care.
The 4th month, every post.
Hello, Lulu. Well, you got caught out there because you've just gone through 4 posts, and one was about Court Assassin, one was about someone else, and one was about someone else. So you've just been caught out there. They're not all. We don't care. No, exactly. Right, let's move on.
Hate and backlash.
But I want to watch this clip. Joanne, where's the clip of what... Joanne, these clips aren't in the correct order, my love. So where is the clip of what Easy had to say? Right, the clip that I sent this morning of what Easy had to say. Her public announcement. Her... Lottie! Get bin! Thank you, Lottie. The clip isn't here. I guess we're going to have to listen to the clip via No Face. Guess we're going to have to listen to the clip via No Face.
receiving hate and backlash simply for being connected to that person when earlier allegations...
Right, take note from what she said.
So, she's come on to make a public statement. We know who it's about. It's about her friend. This is the same woman that sat on a live and said she didn't believe previous allegations were true. She says she's known this person. She did not believe the allegations are true. So she brought it to the app. Julie, thank you very much. Get pinned. So her friend. So that's to take note that she sat on her live platform pinning, hello Dawn, pinning this person and said that she did not believe that the, she said she did not believe her friend had done anything wrong.
Said that she didn't walk away from Danny off her own back. Yeah? She didn't walk away from Danny off her own back, like she just said. She walked away from Danny because she was getting backlash and was getting hate because of it. Yeah? There's a difference. Someone coming on and saying, listen, I've just heard that this geezer's a nonce. Fuck that, I'm not associated with him no more. That's fair enough, but not making up excuses because...
I'm just going to reply back to Delusive Angie because Delusive Angie's shouting and screaming, EQ's right about me, I'm a wrong un. She was right about everything she said about you then, Angie. And I will be playing the videos tomorrow of everything EQ has said about Delusive Angie. So anybody that's got any videos of what Delusive Angie, EQ has in the past said about Delusive Angie, please send them to me and we are playing them all tomorrow. So I do believe that everything EQ has said about Delusive Angie is in fact true. How about that one? Swivel on that, you David Bowie lookalike. How about that? Sit on that, swivel on that, David Bowie lookalike.
Because everyone else hates him and then you're getting hate, that you've had to stop hating. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked.
Fears surfaced online regarding a different matter. I made the conscious decision to walk away and protect my peace, and I've not looked back. I did not do this.
No, you didn't do it, but you knew that the guy was up to something because you tried to pay off the kid and the kid's family, didn't you, EQ?
I am not responsible. I will not carry guilt that is not mine to carry. The actions of another person do not define me, and I refuse to have their decisions and crimes projected onto me. So let me say this loud and clear.
Like you've said, what like you've done and said, and like I believe that EQ knew this was coming. I believe that's why she's been sucking up to Delusive Angie. I believe EQ knew this was coming. I believe this is one of the reasons that EQ left England. I believe she knew this was coming. This isn't a shock to EQ. But I will do the graceful thing. I will give you some leeway on this because of the person I am. I will not judge you for the actions that your friend have done. I will not judge you. I will not even tie you to anything. But one thing you will not do, EQ, is tell me what to think. You won't tell me what to think. You won't tell me what to feel. Delusive Angie can team up with EQ. Do you honestly, any of you think I give two? Come for me, do what you want. You think you've been coming for me for weeks, you've done nothing, you'll do nothing. I'll come for you. I will come for you. Don't worry about you coming for me. Worry, I'll come for you. Okay? Don't worry about you teaming up with EQ. That tells me who you are to team up with EQ. That tells me you did have some involvement in that video. You pocketed off that video, Delusive Angie. You pocketed off your community. You knew that video was coming. You had something to do with that video. And now if anybody texts me or tells me anything more that David Bowie zombie looks alike, you'll be blocked. I'll block you on WhatsApp. I'll block you in this room. I ain't interested. The woman's got no credibility. I don't care. Right, I do not care. The woman's had pedlos in her box questioning them. I ain't bothered. Yeah? I ain't bothered. The woman sat with PLM. I don't care what she's got to say. If you think I care about someone like that sat in the room that can't leave the house, right? If you think I give two shiny... No, I don't care. She can team up. She can team up with whoever she wants. No one cares. No one in this room cares. Team up. All of you turn against me. No one cares. I'll have 20 different people coming at me. No one cares. Right. Back to this one. Right. back to this one. I will not judge you on what your friend has done. I will not come at you for what your friend has done. I won't do that. I ain't going to do that. Yeah? But bearing in mind, this is the same person that you said you didn't believe had done anything wrong that you were pinning in your live. People are going to go at you for this. People are going to go at you. Big up Green Betty. Get pinned. Everyone sending gifts, get pinned. People are going to go at you. People are going to go at you. Because of the actions that you've done on this app. So if you want anyone to talk to about people going at you, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror, because this is you that's done this. Yeah? And putting out this public statement like you're the Queen of England or something, I don't know what's wrong with you, like you're a celebrity. You know what I mean?
Clear for anybody who needs to hear it. I will not be answering questions about them. I will not be joining any boxes. I will not be doing response videos back and forth or engaging in drama created by people who...
Listen to this bit. I'm just going to take it back, yeah, because this is the funniest part of the whole fucking video, right? She says she will not be involved in going back and forth with people and everything like that, because this is to do with her, so she don't want that. But she's happy to sit and run narratives when she cams two people down.
You were more than happy as well to threaten the boy's mother. You were more than happy as well to threaten Chester, who I might add never crumbled, who you left alone. I find it very strange how you stopped going for Chester as well. He didn't crumble. Chester lies. He's done a lot wrong on this app, yeah? Same as everybody else. Same as you, EQ, really. No one's as bad as you. But you also threatened... You vindicated yourself by saying, you better come and tell the truth, otherwise me and my people will harass you until you do. You vindicated yourself. One thing you will not tell us to do is you will not tell us what we will and won't talk about. You would absolutely crucify me if this was my friend. You would crucify me, you and that David Bowie zombie, yeah? You would crucify me. You would crucify Corey. You would crucify Miss Red. But I am going to give you the grace, and not because of the person that I am. I am not going to tie you to anything your friend has done.
Day in, day out, and chat shit on stuff that ain't true. But when it comes to her, no, you can't do it. Let me rewind that a bit.
To me. So let me say this loud and clear for anybody who needs to hear it. I will not be answering questions about them. I will not be joining any boxes. I will not be doing response videos back and forth or engaging in drama.
And let me hear me loud and clear, because I know you're listening to me. Hear me loud and clear, EQ, because I know you're listening to me. You do not control. If this comes to the app, whatever it is, and I still don't trust you, I think this is a setup between all of you. I think this is a setup. Canadian Angie does a video, plays a video of Delusive. Delusive's on live crying this morning, right? All of a sudden, Zach's done what Zach's done, coming live and saying he's got things. Then you've come live. I don't trust any of you. I don't know what you're up to, the Walking Dead crew. I don't know what you're up to. You're up to something. You're deflecting from something. Every single one of you is deflecting from something. Maybe this. I don't trust any of you. I don't trust any of you that you tell the truth. I don't trust any single one of you, right? But one thing you will not do, if this does come to the app, is you will not silence anybody. You will not silence anybody.
By people who want to use this situation for view.
Well, guess what, EQ, you're gonna, because everyone's going to be going at you about this. And if you sit and be quiet, you're going to look even more guilty.
Thank you, Catherine.
Or to push a narrative. I will not validate lies, gossip, or speculation.
We don't need your validation on anything. And if you thinking, big up Catherine, that we need your validation on anything, we don't need any validation from a compulsive liar, for someone that thrives on drama, from someone that bullies people for drama, for somebody that sets things up for drama, for somebody that does storylines and says the worst of the worst for drama. You once said that if I don't stop going at you and defending Miss Red, you will go for Miss Red and Tilly. How dare you then sit there and say you won't be tied to anything? How is it Miss Red's fault that what I do and say about you? How is it Miss Red's fault if I stick up for her? How? But you were quite happy to tie me to Miss Red. If I don't stop sticking up for Miss Red, you're going to talk about Tilly. And then you want to come online and go, well, I will not be... I don't care what you're going to be doing. If this is brought to the app, I will be asking questions. Okay? But what I won't do is, I won't judge you on what your friend has done. I will judge you on what you have done wrong. I will judge you on sticking up for your ex-friend. Yeah? Your blackmail tactics will not work in here, or on my room, or on Miss Red's room, or on Corey's room. Okay? I will judge you on what you have done when you protected your friend. I will not judge you on what your friend has done. Okay? Unless we find out you was involved, which I find highly unlikely.
Responding to it. This is not my mess to clean up, and it never was. It's sick.
It was not your mess to clean up, and it never was, but you got yourself involved. You got yourself involved, and your words, I do not believe he's ever done anything wrong. You've known him for years. Your words, you got yourself involved. You had two choices. You could have addressed it or not addressed it. You addressed it. You threatened the boy's mother. You threatened the boy. Yeah? Now, I understand because they made allegations against you. Against you. But you involved yourself. You did. With your intimidation tactics. People are opening their eyes. Seeing you for who you are. Bearing in mind that Delusive has said she will support this woman still. And sit with this woman still. Even today, even 5 minutes ago, Delusive Angie said, I won't be playing the AI video, Tracy, because I don't agree with it. I don't agree with the AI video that was done by Delusive. I found it distasteful and I don't like it. Her dad should never have been brought into it. And that's my opinion. Okay? If people don't like that, if Canadian Angie don't like that, whoever made the video, then I apologise. No fucks given. I ain't going to fall out with Canadian Angie. But to me, family is off limits. And I know what you're going to say. Delusive's gone for her family. I understand it. But there's levels we take things to. Okay?
As far as I'm concerned, you tried to clean that mess up, didn't you, EQ? Didn't you try and clean that mess up by threatening the boy's mother?
And heartbreaking that someone like me, who is innocent, will have any blame thrown at them for something so serious and vile. That's not going to be tolerated.
And who are you to tell me what will be tolerated? You don't control this room. You don't control Red's room. You don't control Corey's room. You may have control over Delusive's room, Levi's room, and other people's room. You don't have any. You will not tell me what will be tolerated. Like we are under your reign. Like you are the queen of us. What do you think you are? Like some sort of dictator? This will not be tolerated. You do not rate the rules of me and what will be tolerated and what will not be tolerated. What will not be tolerated is you spinning lies in this room. That will not be tolerated. And if you're not responsible for your friend's actions, i.e. if it is Danny you're talking about, which I don't know if it is true or what, I don't believe a word that comes out of your mouth. If you're saying you're not responsible for your friend's Danny's action, I am not responsible for Corey's actions or Red's actions or Canadian Angie's actions. I'm not responsible for anybody apart from myself. So I will not judge you on what Danny has done. I will not drag you for what Danny has done. I will drag you for what you have done. Let me tell you that right now, EQ. So this room here will not judge you on what your previous friend has done. Okay? But you do not tell me or my room what is to be tolerated or not. I don't know who you think you are. Yeah? I don't know who the hell you think you are, love. But you do not tell me or anybody else what is tolerated and what is not tolerated.
Also, you state that people are guilty by association. You are very guilty by association.
You can't argue with the man. Like, you literally can't argue with the man. This woman has gone for people because of their association with me, with Red, with Corey. You can't argue with what No Face has just said. So you were friends at the time. Should you be done guilty of association? I'm saying no. I am not going to... my room... I'm not going to tie you with guilty of association. I'm not. Right? I'm not. But I'm not going to tell everyone, Corey, No Face, Alicia, Miss Red, if they want to tie you to guilty with association, that's up to them. Okay? I will judge you on what you have done. That's what I will judge you on. Okay?
I want to thank those who have been kind, supportive and understanding, and I also want to remind anybody to think before you speak, because you're spreading false information.
No. No. There's one person on this app that needs to think before she speaks, and that's you. That's you. You start thinking before you speak. You. Yeah? Because people wouldn't go for you the way they do if you didn't say the things you do. You start speak. You're 40 years old. You start thinking and doing this. You. You are worried. You are putting out a statement before any of us know what's going on. Anyway, we're all putting two and two together and saying what we think it is or who we think it is. Okay? But we don't know. Okay? You are putting statements out before... And hello, Ellie. Thank you. So, no. You think before you speak. You stop threatening people. You stop mocking disabilities, traumas, racism. You stop it. Okay?
To steer drama where there is none.
Oh my God. Do you see what I'm saying about the funniest part?
Big up, Ellie!
You're only going to be doing this to stir drama. What do you do day in, day out? You have no content. You literally have fuck all. And before you try and say about me, I have no content. I know that. I come on live after running a business to come on and chill with my community. I don't come on here to push content. Unlike you. You think you have content, but you don't. You come to everyone and chat shit on stuff and make stuff up. But now, because it's to do with you, you don't want none of this backlash from anyone.
If the roles were reversed, you'd want the same grace and fairness. I will not be silenced, but I will not be baited. This is my bound.
You are so unbelievably stupid. It is unreal, EQ. Yeah? You call people pedlos every day. You said you will not be silenced, but yet you've just stated in your statement that you will not be responding. You silenced yourself. Yeah? You will not be silenced, but you've just said you're going to be silent on this subject. Make sense. Okay? I thought you were intelligent. You're proving me wrong. Very wrong. So, yeah. I know. Listen, I know. Oh, hang on. I've just got a message Delusive back. Sorry, Delusive just texted me something. You don't support EQ. I won't support CA. How about that? There we go. I've invited Delusive Angie to have a debate with me right now on live in front of everybody about she says that Canadian Angie's a wrong un, and I've just put EQ's a wrong un. So if you would like to come in and debate, we can come in and debate respectfully without shouting. You will not win this argument. And that's why you won't get in the box, because you won't win this argument. So I've read out what I put. I've got nothing to hide from anybody. She put, and you sit there with Canadian Angie, who admitted involving my father and the well, I never knew that for a start. So I literally don't know what you're on about. I have no clue anything you're on about. I've just blocked somebody for sending. Oh, it's only her. It's only... Don't start clout chasing off me. I didn't even recognise you. Don't start messaging me, clout chasing off me. Go away. You know who it is WhatsApping me now. So I'm just telling you what I said to Delusive Angie. And you sit with Canadian Angie, who admitted to be involving in my father's graves that I paid him. Never knew that. So that's wrong again. Don't you dare tell me about sitting with EQ. You sit with Canadian Angie. I go into Canadian Angie's live every now and again, and I do like Canadian Angie. Yeah. Canadian Angie has mocked Grape in that video. Hypocrite. She also wanted Miss Red's kid She also wanted Miss Red's kids' address, which she apologised for, which I called her out for. Canadian Angie supported EQ for years. You are correct there. Luke, give it a rest. How about Samuel Stam? How about Samuel? You go and give your knickers a wash. How about that? Get out of my room. Thank you. She's just put Canadian Angie was involved
I'm just not coming on to entertain that.
Shut up, you court assassin. Canadian Angie was involved in making the video shit media. I haven't seen any of this because I have a job, Delusive Angie. I haven't seen any of this. And I've stated I do not agree with the video. I don't like the video. The video was wrong. But if you want to grow a pair and get in the box and talk to me, grow a pair and get in the box and talk to me. And we'll have a debate about how bad CIA is and how bad EQ is. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm here. Right. Oh, what else has he got to say?
About me, I have no... I know that. I come on live. I can always hide behind the gingerbread.
I want Delusive in.
You think I ain't ready for when the gingerbread goes?
Yes.
Well, there's your comment, fuck, isn't it? Because that's how I always used to run.
Get him, No Face. Come with facts, No Face. Get them all. Team No Face all the way. Yeah, Canadian Angie can get in the box. Canadian Angie wants to get in the box unless she comes in the box and backs it. Do one. Yes, unless she comes in the box, because Canadian Angie will come in the box. Unless the Delusive comes in the box, I ain't interested in what you got to say. And if you're not getting your heart me's in, get blocked from the room. We're having a competition Friday. £50 for a heart me winner, £50 for a popular winner, and £50 for a gift. One of the gifts. You like No Face? Yes, I do.
Anytime today. But you do realise everyone knows what I look like.
Yeah, I've got a picture of No Face. I know what he looks like. I've kept it on my phone just in case he ever comes for me.
This ain't a green screen. Does it look like a green screen? It moves, so it's not a green screen. Kind of dumb, isn't you, really? Probably from EQ side. It's the mentality that lot have.
So there you go. That's my response to EQ in your statement. I will not judge you by your friend's actions. I will not hold you accountable for his actions, whatever he's done or she's done. We're speculating. I will not hold you accountable. I will hold you accountable for your actions. That is it. And if other people want to hold you accountable for his actions, that's up to them. But in this room, I will hold you accountable for your actions, and you will not dictate to me or anybody in this room, any of this audience. You will not dictate to us what we will and won't say. Okay? Right, where are we going now? Canadian Angie asked Corey why he thinks Luke and Miss Red don't talk to him, talk on him.
Why do you think that, you know, you've been transphobic, you've said certain things? Honest question. No, honest question.
Pick up, everyone. Thank you sending the gift. Guess how this popular.
Red and Luke and them don't show your videos on their
I'll answer that before he answers that, and I don't know what he's going to say because I haven't watched this video. I'll answer that. I will not be bullied or forced or told who I should and shouldn't call out. You stop. Thank you, Mama Free. Get pinned. Anyone sending the gift mods, pin everybody. There's 30 mods, pin them. I will not be told. If you lot, all of you lot, stop telling me who to call out, I'll do what I want. The more I am told to do something, the more I will dig my heels in. I'm not having EQ, I'm not having Delusive, I'm not having Sophie Bailey, I'm not having Zach the Brat, I'm not having any single one of you ever tell me what to do. So stop telling me to call someone out, and I might call him out. I called him out yesterday. I don't agree with transphobia, and he needs to stop being transphobic to Miss Faye. Okay? The more and more you tell me to do something, I won't do it. Okay? Thank you, Fantasy.
I don't know, but I've told them loads of times, Angela. I
He
don't
has?
mind. If I've done wrong, drag me. I don't care. To me, right, this is genuinely just a workplace of mine.
No,
it's not going to be
we're
forever.
friends.
It is
Corey,
just
you better be
everyone
here
knows
now.
it's
Are you here,
happening
Corey?
forever.
When they
I've
call,
given Red and Luke.
And when you start calling your friends out for their actions, when you start doing it, are we not friends then in real life? You better answer. Please don't pin me. No, but you better answer that question because I will block you. So think very carefully, Corey Wild. Tracy, get pinned!
A mouthful for not even playing my stuff.
That is
the
true.
argument is we're your mate. We're not going to drag you. Other people will drag you, so we don't need to.
Oh, we'll drag him.
So I kind of get the argument. However, if they were to do something wrong, I promise you, I would genuinely pull them out. And
I'll drag you.
Yeah.
So to be
Oh,
honest with
Corey,
you,
get out.
I don't know, but I wouldn't mind if they did. It's the same as like you
Lou!
can drag me today for, you could play my transphobic clips and you can call me, a cunt and blah, 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 blah. I'd still be in your box tomorrow because I like you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me tell you all something right now. Corey is a bell end. A bell. He's a ring the bell end. You can ring my bell. Can everyone follow that account, please? I need to get that to 10k. So, Corey is a bell. Bell end. Bell. He is. He is. A complete one. But I can't help but like him. Sorry.
it's not deep. I think with Luke and Red, I think they believe that if they did say something, I'm probably going to go off on one.
You do what you want. No one cares. Go off on me.
Blame maybe.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Do what you want.
But they don't need to be. I don't really care anymore. But obviously,
I think we do an FYP, right? We have our opinions on the FYP. When I shut this down, I'm done. And tomorrow, if Luke's doing an amazing FYP, I'll go in and big up.
And that's the difference. What Canadian Angie... You'll be blocked in a minute. Stop WhatsApping me. Last warning. Right? The difference between... I like what Canadian Angie just said. I like what she just said. When she turns it off, that's her done. I had to get that in my head for a long time. Once I shut this live down, TikTok's done. The difference for Delusive, the difference for EQ is they live and they breathe the app. Their life is the app. The app has made them someone. Do I believe that Delusive Angie is a nasty, 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 horrible person? I don't. I believe she goes against the grain for shock value. I believe she goes at people for shock value. I believe she sets up drama. Do I believe that Evil Queen is a bad person? I absolutely do. But you're all telling me my opinion. It's my opinion. I don't think she's an awful person in real life. I think she's awful for TikTok. I think she's a nasty person for TikTok. And I respect all your opinions. You're saying she is. She's worse. She's not worse than EQ. There's no one on this app on Drama TikTok worse than EQ. Please, guys, you come in and watch me. Just respect my opinion. Yeah? Just respect my opinion. I believe it's 50-50. I believe 50-50 Delusive Angie is a good person. 50-50 she's a bad person. EQ, 95% is a bad person. And there's 5% of a good person. Please just respect my opinion. Okay? Hello, the Volturi.
It's an FYP. Have your opinion because of what's going on. If something's transphobic,
I don't believe Canadian Angie is a bad person at all, and I've always had a little soft spot for Canadian